What's up, Dolphins? We made it. We made it to Tuesday. This is episode 4 of the Cubilly Fins Talk Show. Coming to you live from my Facebook page. This is the Miami Dolphins official Miami Dolphins club I run, the fantastic Dolphins of Tennessee. And we are live. Let me bring in my co-host, first of all, Mr. Matt Finival Mahaffey. How you doing, Matt?
I personally am doing pretty good. Now, my Dolphin fandom has taken a little bit of a beating this weekend, but other than that, I'm pretty good.
Yeah, it's been a really tough week. So since we last did the episode, we were on an ultimate high, winning our first game, coming back to beating the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then reality hits, and we absolutely we saw Tua get concussed again. And the last time we saw Tua get concussed, me and you were on the end zone in Cincinnati on Thursday Night Football, watching Tua really get concussed, watching him get put on a stretcher. And that was tough. And now we get to see it again. Let's see. Let's go to comments real quick.
Yeah, I mean, the result of the game, to me, if you go back a couple weeks when we did our season predictions, I actually had us losing that game, mainly because we've just not been able to prove that we can beat Buffalo. So to get to the record I thought we were going to have at the end of the year, I had that as a loss. Well, you know, the way it went down, I mean, we outgained them in yards. We outgained them in time of possession. We outgained them in all that stuff. Unfortunately, we had all the turnovers, and they resulted in points. And you just can't do that against a team that, listen, Buffalo is basically like the school bully that comes and steals our lunch money every time we play them. You know, and for some reason, we just cannot figure out a solution to Buffalo. And they take it to us every time. So, and this was no different. Unfortunately, we lost our quarterback for the foreseeable future. So we'll have to roll with Skyler and Huntley and see how it goes.
What's up, Tom?
Well, it's good. Sorry, I'm outside. I got to grab my headphones in a minute. So if I go blank again, it's because I'm moving from outside to inside. Sorry, I'm late. It was rushing.
Well, let's start the show by saying hi real quick. This is Kevin Davis. What's up, man? He says Pedro, Johnny O. This time it was winners, Papa Paul, myself in the end zone. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow. And then he goes fins up all. All right, let me get the crowd. Let me get the crowd cheering real quick. One more comment. Tyler Schmidt just come in here. Shout out to the Fins fans of the upstate. They had a big showing as far as their first game. I don't know how many people showed up their second game, but that's my man right there. So I got something today that I wanted to show everybody. It ain't this right here. Let me take this one off right here for a sec. It's been sitting here the whole time. Just been sitting here the whole time. Just like hidden from y'all, right? Now, what's special about this one? I'm going to show you right now. By the power of Grayskull, I have the power. Now, it's so bright. This is how close I have to put it to the camera for you to see it. Look at that thing, baby. Look at that thing, baby. We ready to go, Tom? We ready to go?
Yes, sir.
That thing is
That's
bright.
gonna look
Here,
good.
I was like, man, it looks super bright.
That's gonna
And
look
the lights
good
turned on in the room. So at nighttime, this thing's going to glow real good. Let me give y'all a good look at it. Y'all can see it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude. When
That
you pull
close?
up close, you
You can see it real good. Yeah, I see it. So there you go.
Awesome.
This is $60, $70 with shipping. And it came, I guess, within a week or so, week and a half, I guess, at the most. Or it seemed like it was less than 2 weeks, you know. But there it is, turned off.
That's not bad.
There's the design. I think this is the part that lights up is just right here, this orange. And then the part that is white that goes around the Dolphin itself. So not the whole thing lights up, but enough of it lights up because obviously, you know, it's pretty bright. So there you go. Pretty cool, huh?
That's pretty
And
wild.
hopefully it doesn't break and it doesn't feel like it's plastic. It's not like neon glass or anything that can break or hurt you.
Yeah, it's like the LED stuff, right?
Pretty cool. Big fat chain. So can't wait to wear this. can't wait because we're fixing to go, me and Tom, to Fort Lauderdale for Monday Night Football coming up in 2 weeks. We just got to get past the Seahawks. So, anybody want to talk about the Tua being put earlier today? Adam Schefter, everybody come out that officially Tua is placed in IR, meaning he'll be out for 4 weeks, meaning he is not going to be able to come. And the bye week doesn't count, people, for those that don't know, because there's people that ask that question. It doesn't count. It's 4 games, and it has to be after the Colts game, which means Tua cannot come back as soon as the Cardinals game. And that gives him plenty of time, in my opinion, for him to talk to his family. And that's what I think is the most important thing. Anything you want to add, Matt?
I mean, that's exactly right. I mean, over the last 4 days, we found out there's a lot of internet doctors out there that want to give their opinions, and a lot of people saying Tua needs to retire. He needs to think about his family, and all that's true. He does need to think about his family. However, after meeting with doctors, the doctors are going to give him all the information he needs. He's going to have the tests. He's going to have scans. He's going to have everything he needs to base his decision on going forward. And according to, I don't know who it was, Ian Rappaport or somebody, he's already said he's not planning on retiring. So I don't know if anything he might find out in the next couple of days, meeting with doctors might change that. But I'm all for it, man. Like this man needs to sit down with his family and the doctors, decide what's best for him. If he thinks coming back and playing football is what's best for him, then I'll support that. If he feels like his life outside of football is more, then I'll support that too. That's all you can do, really.
All right, give me a sec, Tom. Hold on a sec. Give me 1 second. We got people commenting. Give me 1 second.
You're good, no problem.
Michael Winters says he just got that too as well. Thank you. Antonio Classic. What's up, my man? Fins up, fellas.
What up, bro?
I'll bring mine for Monday Night Football. Michael Winters says he's gonna holler at us, man. Tom, we got already
hit me
ready
up
to hook up with us, baby. Let's go. Can't wait,
the
man.
big ass light up chain on too. I already mailed it down there because I didn't want to have to travel with it. But it's a big 97 to 12. Look at this logo.
Nice.
Oh, it's as big, but his is like this big. It's bigger than mine. This is the $60.
It's probably
like a $60 version, and he got the double version, the double that price. So
yeah, it's sick though. We took a chance at it. I wasn't sure it was going to come out, and then I was like, "Oh, this is nice. This is a good buy."
Oh my God, when I saw it, I was like, "Man, is that real neon tubing or like this kind of
the same shit you got? Probably the LED stuff."
The LED stuff, yep. And let's see, Dolphin Winters is in the house. What's up, Dolphin Winters? What's up? He goes, "What's up, brother?" And then, of course, Julian's ready to come on the show at 8:00. Man, Winters is ready to come on the show. We got Johnny O. So we got, I don't know. I love that video that they showed on Paul's show because he can make some food, man. That's the cupcakes and the cinnamon with the melted. Yeah, I mean, I'm already getting hungry again, but yeah, I can't wait to bring him on the show. So go ahead, Tom. What's your thoughts on Tua being able to have all that time now? You know.
I mean, the more I think about it, it's obviously you heard the key phrases. I feel like it was kind of pressured that they weren't going to not put him on IR. Yesterday was like, oh, shroud of hope. He's in protocol. He's progressing. His next step's this. So you're already saying that like he's been doing what he can already immediately. I understand like, the responsibility thing is getting thrown around on a lot today. Give him as much time as he feasibly possible can have to meet with X amount of doctors from all over the place. But I mean, look, I get it. It's a tough situation. We don't want to see it. We have to keep afloat to go forward. If we get him back week 8, week 9, week 10 even, if we have him for those last 7 games, it could be good if we stay in the middle, which, my optimism is fleetering and tweetering, but Mike run the ball 40 times a game. I'm totally fine with about 12 to 15 passes. I think we'll be back. Would you want to leave $180 million, $160 million, whatever it is on the table? Would you want to go out like that? Like I said, a lot of the same things yesterday, like real quick. It's like, I'm not a doctor. There's tons of doctors out there. And then there's that whole, I told you so crowd. That's like, cool. Are you happy now? Like that doesn't help anyone or anything. Like, and they forget and they gloss over that there's been 20 games between concussions. They also forget that, they keep talking about the Bama one. It's like, okay, that's five years ago. Like you're talking about, time in between these things. Yes, the reaction's terrible. It doesn't mean it's any more severe than any other concussion that anyone can have. They just don't have that reaction. He does. Obviously, it scares the shit out of all of us, and it's on national TV. It scares the shit out of the world. So you got all this extra attention to a person that's already tons of attention throughout his entire career. It is what it is. It's week 2. Anything can fucking happen. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens.
That brings us to our first Fins fun fact of the day. I got it right here, fresh off the press. On this day back in 2000, the Dolphins retired our idol. I don't know if he's y'all's idol. He's my idol. Grew up with him my whole childhood. We're talking, I was in 83. I was 8 years old. So we're talking from 8 years old, my whole teenage, I think he was like 20, what was I, 26 when he retired or something like that, 25? But Dan Marino's number 13 was retired exactly today back in 2000, which is a pretty cool Fins fun fact. And like I said, I hope, Marino keeps teaching Tua how to not do that, because I'd never seen Tua Marino run like that either, trying to get some yardage. I don't think I heard see Marino get more than 5 yards ever. So, and they did keep Tua in the pocket pretty much for
of course he's got to slide, and it's his fault for not. It sucks that he tried to have to feel like he had to take it upon himself to play hero ball like Josh does, because the team wasn't doing shit. He hadn't played good at that point. They score right there. You have another, 19 minutes, 20 minutes of game time, that anything possible could happen. A turnover. We finally maybe could stop the run. It's just, he should have slid, obviously, but honestly, that's what I'm thinking. He doesn't know if he completely made the whole thing. He sees the goal line right there. The elbow to the throat, the whiplash. I think it was more of that than head. But, same thing, throat/head can all cause concussions.
Let's get to the comments again. Oh,
sorry,
man.
Matt.
There's a lot of good comments going on today. Let's see. We got a lot of people wanting to say stuff, man. They want to be a part of this, man. Let's go with, let's see. I got you, Evelyn. Santonio Class said, the people who want to be right so much forget they're supposed to be a fan. It's very annoying.
That's why I had to. That's why I had to leave a certain Facebook group. I actually had left the group 3 times, kept going back because it was like a car wreck. But I finally had to click the leave button because of that. All the guys since day one that have hated on Tua, they now use this as their fuel to say, I told you so. And it just gets exhausting, man. Just be a fan of the team, support your players. I mean, this team's only going to go as far as Tua's health, right? So now we have at least 4 games that we have to get by without Tua, and hope that we can tread water until he gets back to try to make any kind of playoff run at all. And that's what we need to focus on at this point, because listen, I'm not a fan of Skylar Thompson. I'm not a fan of his skill set. But by golly, come Sunday afternoon, I'm going to be cheering my ass off for Skylar Thompson because he's a quarterback of my team. And I want him to throw for 250 yards and 2 touchdowns and, all that good stuff. But, I'm a realist. I don't know that it's going to happen, but I'm going to be cheering that it does because I want to win.
That's what the Tua doubters don't understand about, I guess, us diehards. Like, if it ain't Tua and the next man is in there playing, it don't matter who it is. That's quarterback. That's my next quarterback of my team. And I'm going to cheer for him to win because, you know what I mean? That's what I want to do. I don't want to sit there and say, the quarterback sucks all the time, because that's just not my personality to sit there and down somebody all the time. Support, it goes a long ways in life. When you down somebody all the time, you're just a bully your damn self, man. Go ahead, Tom.
No, you're good.
All right,
anyway.
so
it's spot on, same thing. It's just regurgitation of what we're all saying in the same circle of the most politically correct way you can. It's terrible.
Right?
Terrible. Dude, we have the worst bipolar fan base. Legitimately, I think it's 40% of the people that are like-minded, where it's yes, obvious, I'm supporting him because I'm supporting the success of the team. The team is foundationally built around his skill set, and they work better with him. So obviously, yes, I like him. I think they're going to win with him. Okay, he's not there. I'm still here. You got to do it. It's week 2. We got 15 to go. You're going to throw it away now? We all invested way too much time, emotion, effort. Yeah, do you want to take a little emotion out of it that they slide? Sure, but you're still going to be here next year. As much as you complain about it, we all are. Then you have 40% that are well, we're fucking done. It's over. Then there's that 20% slither that's between well, I'm a full Tua supporter and just Tua, and it's not fair, this, that, and the third. And you have, I hate him. He's the worst thing ever. And then you have your last 5% miscellaneous blame between McDaniel, Greer, Ross, fucking Flores, the whole thing with Gruden and Tom Brady. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't win. You're damned if you do. You're damned if you don't. In any situation that we're discussing. It sucks.
We have no control over it. We're just fans, but we all got our opinions, and the Dolphins are very opinionated right now. Because Tua was put on IR, of course, now our new quarterback from the Ravens, Huntley, gets to be on the 53-man roster. And then the Dolphins signed former Cincinnati 2021 second-round pick, offensive tackle Jackson Carman, to our practice squad. And the reason why we have a spot on our practice squad is finally, the chosen one is gone. Amen to that.
Well, I know we didn't. We didn't want to hit too much on the actual like game type statistics and all that stuff, but let's just talk real quick about Chosen. Well, first, let's go back to the fact that in week 2 of the brand new season, that we have Robbie Chosen and I don't even know his name. What's his name? Grant DeBose or something like that. Like,
yeah,
these guys are running like routes. These guys are running a decent amount of plays in our starting lineup, which goes to show you that our depth at wide receiver took a huge hit. A, B, we weren't prepared for it, so we're bringing back Chosen. We're bringing DeBose, who's never played an NFL snap, 7th round pick. Packers. So you look at that first interception Tua threw. It's all a timing route. He had to get the ball out a little quicker than normal. Why? Because Robert Jones got manhandled. And Robert Jones was getting pushed right into the face of Tua. Ball comes out, hits DeBose in the shoulder. Like, in theory, it's a great thrown ball. Hits him in the shoulder. He didn't turn to look. That's an interception. All the haters are like, well, there's one. Well, yeah, I mean, he threw the ball right where he should have, and it didn't get caught. The second one, you look at Robbie Chosen. It's the same thing that happened last year in the, I think it was maybe the Buffalo game where Robbie Chosen, in this case, it was Chase Claypool, the wrong depth of route. And I think that's what Robbie Chosen did there. Tua's thrown to a spot. Chosen breaks it off more shallow, intercepted. A lot of miscommunication. These were all guys that they showed a stat that said the last 3 interceptions he'd thrown in the regular season were the targets to Chase Claypool, Grant DeBose, Robbie Chosen. He had not thrown an interception to any balls the last 3 games when targeting, Hill, Waddle, those type of guys. So it just goes to show you that there's a lack of chemistry outside of the top guys.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
Well,
we hear a lot, though. Sorry, go ahead.
I got a question real quick, and then we'll do a Fins trivia question, and I'll let Tom finish up. Quick question. I'm thinking, are we going to see Malik Washington finally start? Is he good to go? Because that's a question I want to know if this man is going to start, because I'm thinking he will for the Seattle game, and I'm hoping he is, because we need the wide receiver depth right now. Malik Washington is a good number 3 until OBJ comes back. And as far as Armstead's shoulder goes, too, is Armstead going to play a man up and play against Seattle, too, or is he going to wait till the Titans game? Because I know we're going to see him for the Titans game. That's for sure. But I don't know if we're going to see him for the Seattle game. Go ahead, Tom. What's your thoughts on that?
Honestly, don't know.
Right.
I guess it's
Nobody
another one of
knows
those
yet,
situations. Like, do you want to? Well, Malik wasn't on the IR, right? He was just hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
maybe that's why Chosen's gone. Maybe they have insider information thinking that Washington will be cleared to go this week.
Well, hopefully it's not another indication that you're not going to have Robert Jones and Armstead, and that you needed the extra bullshit lineman just because he's not even going to play, but I guess just to have a body in case, typical Miami luck that you get 3 injuries in a single game in a matter of a quarter.
Well, now we got 10 more minutes before we allow guests to come in. If you want to come in and join the show, it's going to get crazy. We got a lot of people coming on. And that's why we do our first 30-minute segment, because now comes that prediction of the upcoming game, and we can finish that. And we can also say that the Dolphins do open up as 5.5 underdogs, of course. And I'm still mad that the Power Index has put us from number 10 ranked in the Power Index all the way down to 23. How do you jump 13 spots, man?
The quarterback.
Right. The quarterback that everyone hates, but, you know, the team
quarterback,
is
that's an
good without
automatic
him.
10 spots, not 13. That's just throwing dirt on top of it, man. Like, you know, but anyways, let's get through the comments too, man, because these people want to let's see. Mario says two he says Tua, and then Tua is back. You get it? At least Tua, and then Tua is back. I agree.
If we can get 2-2 out of these next 4 with a combination of Skyler and Huntley, however that app works out, then I think that would be a moral victory.
I love your optimism, Michael.
That's one of the last things I want to touch on too about that situation. It kind of was telling, and you see like how I don't understand it, but they're super, super infatuated with Skyler, his upside, the fact he's been there, he should be familiar. That could be great. He could be great in the classroom, but bro, he doesn't show half the things you want to show him on the field in 4 years now, 5 years.
Well, I commented on somebody's post with my theory on the Skylar Thompson thing. I think Skylar Thompson has naked pictures of Stephen Ross that he inherited from Leon Eichenberg, who inherited them before that from Jesse Davis.
Yes, definitely. Definitely Jesse Davis in that tree. And Brent Grimes. Miko Grimes said something too.
Fake fans, yeah, man. I ain't no fake fan. But people think I'm like a Tua lover, and it's like, no, he's just playing quarterback 1. And then somebody said, well, give Skyler the same amount of rudeness that you get for Tua. You're damn right I will. Skyler's the man, baby, right now. All right, I'll do it. Like,
he's until he throws that first fucking interception, and Mike, it's like, run the goddamn ball. You got fucking 4 carries for 40 yards and a touchdown, and Skyler's 7 for 19 with 2 picks.
Yep. Well, we got
unfathomable. I just hope he just doesn't get the keys of the castle with 0 restraints. Obviously, he should have some of a leash, but I want Huntley to actually have a chance. He basically kind of be like, well, he's just a body at this point is what it sounds like. That's not
who chose him.
Before we move on, I did want to hit on one thing before we move on, and this kind of segues into Skylar Thompson, and that's the health of our offensive line. Like we talked about before, Robert Jones, Teron Armstead both left that game and were replaced by Lester Cotton, Kendall Lamb. Now, I looked up this was the PFF. This is right off PFF. This was the pass blocking percentage from our 5 starters, okay? So we'll start with Teron Armstead. He had a pass blocker. This is out of 100. 51.5 for Teron Armstead. He struggled against the pass Thursday night. At left guard, Robert Jones, 19. At center, Aaron.
Our whole line was absolutely atrocious.
Aaron Brewer, 52.8 against the pass. Liam Eichenberg was our best in the pass with 62.8. And unfortunately, Austin Jackson, based off PFF's grading, probably had his worst game as a professional. He had an overall PFF grade of 27.2 with 19.6 against the pass. So he got lit up all night long. And that's why you saw a lot of passes that were rushed, out of timing. Plus, Buffalo's running kind of a too high shell. And when you can get pressure rushing 3 and 4 against our O line, that means you can drop your linebackers back, and you're taking away the middle of the field from Waddle, from Hill, from anybody. And that's why you didn't see the success from our big guys. So it's all related to that O-line that Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel seem to absolutely ignore year after year.
Right. Well, this is the time that we allow everybody in. I'm going to read a comment. Let's go ahead and let Johnny O come in. He's sitting in the back. What's up, Johnny?
What's up, gents? How are you? Good to see everybody.
2 weeks, baby.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wesley said, sorry, I'm late. Fins up. No problem, man. We're here every single Tuesday from 7:30 to 9, Wesley, all right? The whole Dolphin season. Wesley says the O-line is trash. We are right here talking about it right now. Go ahead, John. Talk about the O-line, man.
I mean, there's not much to talk about. You got 5 guys out there that are supposed to be a unit, and it looks like there's maybe one of them that has a unit.
On the top, Tom. Hey, what do you got? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's just, I mean, we went through this all the Tannehill years. Quality quarterback. I like Tannehill, but he had a horrible offensive line, and it's gotten no better. It might have even gotten worse over the years. You want to keep a guy upright and keep him on his feet and let him play the game, but the problem is when you got 5 in front of you, I don't know if it's lack of practice, lack of cohesion. I don't know. I mean, Butchberry seemed to do a very good job last year with guys going in and out, but man, these first 2 games not looking great. The first game was better than the second one, and then you guys were talking earlier about, Matt, I think you said it, Tua was just trying to make a play. He could have easily just dove to the side head first and not ran right into the safety. It just, I get he's trying to fire the guys up and get them going, but damn, protect yourself.
Yeah,
one person's irreplaceable.
Yeah, and there was nobody to the left of Hamlin. Just dive to your left, even if it's head first. Slide on the ground. You got the first down. Keep going.
He made it through a whole 18-game season last year by not taking those chances. But some of the narrative then became that he can't get out of the pocket and make plays. And unfortunately, I think part of that narrative got him hurt because then Tua's like, okay, I'm going to get out of the pocket, make a play. And instead of sliding, he decides to put his head into DeMar Hamlin's chest, which ironically enough is the weirdest thing ever. But yeah. And then here we are.
Yeah, and if Tua's listening to the narrative, bro, turn your damn phone off. Stop looking at Facebook. Stop looking at Twitter. You don't need to be looking at that. You need to be studying your playbook and prepare for the Dolphins games, not worrying about what other people are saying.
But he's definitely has to be listening a little bit because he said he lost 14 pounds to become more agile. So it kind of all fits the same narrative.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. He doesn't need to be listening to the narrative. I mean, it's only I think Tom said it best. The fan base is split. Those that hate Tua for whatever reason just hate Tua. The guy can go out and throw for 500 yards, 5 touchdowns, no picks, win a game, and they're still bashing him. Mm-hmm. So stop listening to that stuff.
Chef Jew, man, you can come on anytime you feel like joining us, man. But he said that Skyler is starting, but if we, God forbid, end up losing, Tyler Huntley is starting the Titans game. Well, Mike McDaniel's already said that there's no quarterback controversy. There is no quarterback battle. That Skyler is the number 1 quarterback, and that Huntley will remain the backup until Tua's back. So I don't think we'll see Huntley, even if we do lose the game of the Seahawks game coming up, Chef. I don't think that I think we're gonna roll with Tyler during the Titans game. But boy, I would love to have Huntley start at the Titans game. Me and Tom would so bad. Oh my God, that would make our week.
I just don't want Skyler to be something he's not. And I feel like that's the type of different things we've been seeing from him. And the start he had to start, I understand the Jets game with the Teddy Bridgewater wobble from someone up unknown sniper on the grassy knoll, but that game, okay. Other games he's had, it's deer in the headlight look. He looks confused. His cadence isn't correct. The sync and timing isn't right with the motions. It's always a penalty on that or burning timeouts left and right. I don't even think we made it through 3 quarters with having, less than 1 timeout left in any game he played. Just don't do too much. You know what I mean? Just be in rhythm. These guys they're gonna try to do confidence, little short routes. So it's one thing that they're gonna be keying in on is that these little curls, little flats, little dump offs are gonna be there just to build Skyler's confidence. I definitely want to see 20, 30 carries out of our running backs. I don't care how you want to split it. Skyler doesn't need to be throwing the ball 30 times. You don't need to win like that versus this team. They're a war of attrition type team. You saw what they did last week. They didn't play great. They scrapped. They had a couple of big plays. They tied the game versus the Pats, and then they won. Gino's that type of player. Gino's similar to Tua, like in a way. Like
the way
Elijah said the backup for Tua. Let me answer him real quick. Tua is backed up in Skylar Thompson and Tyler Huntley. Am I correct?
No, Boyd is actually the backup now, isn't he?
Tim Boyle. I think he's still on practice squad.
Oh, Tim Boyle.
Yeah,
okay.
Boyle.
All right, then Boyle.
Thank God.
All right,
I think the the way that we beat Seattle this week with Skylar Thompson is exactly the way Buffalo just beat us. Okay, we're going to need to get to the quarterback. We're going to have to create turnovers. Josh Allen was only 13 of 19 against us for 139 yards. And James Cook ran right up the middle on us because I hate to say it, but man, we're missing Christian Wilkins up the middle because we look like a funnel right up the middle. And James Cook, and they just kept running the same type of play up the middle, and we just couldn't stop it with that 3-4 defense. So anyway, we need to turn the ball over. We got to get to the quarterback. We didn't sack Josh Allen one single time.
Nope.
So we got to get to Geno Smith. We can't let him have any big plays to DK Metcalf or Tyler Lockett or Smith and Jigba. Their running backs right now are a little banged up too. So
you'll be lucky out with Kenneth Walker not playing most likely, but Zach Charbonnet is a tank and he's starting to build confidence. I like Charbonnet. He's a good third down pass catching back that perfectly complements Kenneth Walker. The vision with that was great.
Shane Andrews says give Skylar a chance. I'm like,
yeah, we have to.
Yeah.
This is your
what
chance.
choice we got? We're Dolphins fans. We're here.
I mean, I said all along, if he comes out and for a lack of a better term, if he shits the bed Sunday afternoon, I don't think you can just automatically start him the following Monday. You have to think about getting Tyler Huntley ready because now, like I said, if we go 2-2 over the 4 games, assuming Tua comes back week 8, we can't afford to fall back too far. And that Titans game is a winnable game at home. So you got to be ready to go. And if Skylar looks, commendable and we think we can move the ball and win with him, then I have no problem with sticking with him. But you also can't be stubborn enough to stick with him if whatever he's doing is not working.
Yeah, that's been my only concern. I'm with you right there.
I mean, Skylar's mobile. He can run. So if things break down, he can actually move. He doesn't have a injury history or anything like that, nothing major. So, if he's got to run, if it breaks down, take off, brother, run. Get out of there.
It was there to do it. I mean, I'm not telling you not to. You gotta make smart decision when he starts to roll out and tries to create. He tries to get outside of his skill set. Honestly, that's kind of where sometimes he gets in trouble, and just starts throwing an ill-advised pass across the middle, backs out across the field, and it's like, dude, no. It's like a point guard coming in throwing a lollipop across the paint. It's like, no, you know better than that.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, he was a gunslinger in college, so
right, he's gonna take his chances. That's what I mean. Like he's got an arm.
And that's what made him successful, but that's also what lost him games was being a gunslinger.
Absolutely.
Y'all ready for a Finn's trivia question? Shane Andrews, he's saying that everybody keeps making excuses for our O-line. It makes no sense. Wesley sends to counter that run screens. And then, of course, Shane is like, protect our quarterback. And then Maria is here. She's actually at the signing right now. She says, hi, guys, from the signing.
Smith.
You know exactly where that signing is at, John?
I don't know where it's at. I did know she said she was probably going. So
I was at Palm Beach Collectibles there.
It's at one of the malls we have in Sure.
Yeah, I've been to that Palm Beach Collectibles once before. It's nice.
Yeah, it's a big signing. They got 4 people there.
I saw
4 players at once. It's a big one.
Flyer for it that she was putting up. But here's our Finn's trivia question for you guys. That's why I was just trying to catch up the comments. Chef Juice says, what's up, Paris? And then one more. We got Tua has a heart of fire and he wants to win for the family, us Dolphins and Dolphin family. Hey, if God willing, man, he'll do it. If not, then, it's all good, man. Family first too. So we'll see what his decision is. I mean, he's got 4 weeks to make it. And let's get to this question, man. I'm excited about this one. Let's see who has the longest pass in Dolphins history. And I'll say like the question says, I'll say a little bit better. Who threw the longest pass in Dolphins history? You ready? A, Dan Marino, B, Chad Henne, C, Bob Greasy, or D, Jay Fiedler? Who threw the longest pass in Dolphins history? Reno, Chad Henne, Bob Greasy, or Jay Fiedler?
Try to think if it was like a little screen pass at the goal line that somebody broke and took it to the house or something.
Henny's super random too. Makes you think that that's like a
Damn.
twist.
Well, I know
Right,
Wes
right,
Welker
says-
did. Wes Welker had like a 98 yarder against us.
Yeah,
No, I think Miami. I'm trying to think, and I could see the play in my head. It was like 94 or 95 yards.
Guess maybe
It's-
Chad Henne then. Henne maybe had a big play.
going Fiedler. I don't know why I'm going Fiedler though.
All right, here we go. The answer number 9, question number 9 in this chapter
I feel like
is
it was to Ricky.
C. Bob Greasy.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
That's we got to find that play.
Yeah,
I wonder who caught
That'd
it.
be cool to figure out which one it is. The longest pass in Dolphins history. Who threw the longest pass? Is that like after the catch or the whole thing? It's got to be the whole
The whole
thing.
thing.
Well, when they do that, they count it. He could have thrown it for 1 yard, and the guy ran for
Yard.
94, and it's still calling it 95 yards.
All right, so that's probably what it was. Brad
We're,
Johnson says,
we're all on our phones, right?
86 yards,
on a computer.
1971.
All right,
It
86.
It
All right.
doesn't say who it went to.
Oh, I was gonna say you got to think of his weapons. He's got the
You
three backs,
you could probably look
Warfield.
that up, Matt, if you got your computer.
Let's see. I'm trying to find it.
Brad says the Dolphins organization messed this up, not having a top backup. Well, they could have
Well,
got
I
a
mean,
better
listen, it's hard to have a top backup. I mean, if they're that good, they're starting somewhere else.
Right. Well, you
Start
see, this is
somewhere
the other
else,
thing when people said you didn't want to sign him and you didn't want to bring him back. Who's your quarterback? This is what you got to choose from right now.
Right.
It's been slimmer than slim.
right.
There's a ton of quarterbacks next year. They definitely should get a top backup. You know what I mean? You have to be safe that way, as well as it's cheaper down the road if things don't work out.
I mean, think about it. Who's Kansas City's backup?
Chase Daniel was for like 10 years. They got Wentz now, I think. and
Carson
somebody
Wentz.
else.
Right.
Mhm.
Who's Buffalo's backup?
Mitch Trubisky, I think.
All right. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
I know.
not talking. You're talking guys that are veterans, but they're not starting for a reason.
Right.
Yeah, Garoppolo ain't starting no more for a reason either, you know?
Right. These guys are backups for a reason.
Get it done for a reason, yep.
Right. You gotta
Brett
get
says the
assets. And
best
then
thing
people-
for Skyler is he's been here for 3 years, played in a playoff game, and almost beat the Bills in the cold in the playoffs. And it's his time to shine.
That was his best game he had. He
Really.
didn't try to do too much, but he still lost. So I mean, are we congratulating for being close because that's what Tua's been getting shattered for years? That he's just not good enough. It's close, but he's not good enough. So we're commending a one good game. He's got 8 starts and 3 touchdowns, and 2 of them came from that game alone.
Bro, show him, preach,
Dude,
man.
dude, to get to the playoffs that year, he needed to win one of the final 4 games. And the only
it's
game he won, he had 3 field goals and a safety on the last play of the game to beat the Jets 11-6, 11-9,
Yeah.
something ridiculous.
Oh my
and still didn't do any touchdowns. I can't.
If
You had-
Skyler
think about it,
starts
you
the
had 4
whole
chances
year,
to win.
our season is done, right? If he starts the whole year and they don't sit anybody else down, our season's done. You're looking
At
at
that
what,
point.
7-win season?
Well, no, because that
Oh,
depends on what
100%.
McDaniel does with the playbook. Is he going to keep the playbook the
You're gonna have
same?
to change it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
listen, OJ said it best. When your backups come in, you've got to change the playbook. You can't keep running the same plays. Skyler is not Tua.
Right.
So
Doesn't
you
have the
you
touch,
can't
doesn't have
keep
the
running
timing.
those same plays expecting Tyler to have the same timing and get the ball. He's not as accurate. So that takes part of your playbook away right there. McDaniel has to change the playbook to fit what Skyler does best and go from there.
Unfortunately, that takes away from what Mike McDaniel is good at, and that's a lot of innovation, a lot of motion.
Right.
So if you can't do that type of stuff with Skylar Thompson, now you're just running I'm an hour north of Cincinnati, and watching their offense is like eating vanilla ice cream with no sprinkles or nothing. They have so much talent and they don't use it. So that's what it's going to be like. If you take away all the motion, take away all the gadgetry and stuff, and simplify it for Skylar, now you're just running a vanilla offense with no creativity at all. And
Or you're
maybe
just
that's
going
what
off
we
the
need.
wall,
maybe
bro.
just run the damn ball and don't even worry about it.
Right.
How can you
Right.
run it when the O line breaks down every week? Possibly. So it's
Because running the ball, run blocking is easier than pass blocking. So
no, okay.
Either way,
Jeffrey
we had
Jeffrey
some
Lund
success
wants to
running
shout
last
out
week.
because he says he's going to Seattle. So Seattle bound. Hopefully, I run into Chris Barker, as long as we can protect the line, Skyler should be able to produce. Hey, man, that's what we're hoping, man. You know,
you got to hope for the best for them.
Fiedler. I guess he was wrong about that.
Oh, by the way, it was Paul Warfield on the 86-yarder.
All right.
Yeah.
Holy
moly.
moly.
It's gotta be him. You're not going to get 86 at a Twilly.
All right, so the run game looks awesome. Well, I don't know. We'll find out on Sunday if it's going
Devon
to keep
Achane
chugging
is
along.
obviously has what it takes to be a feature back and wins or losses all the way through down to the end. He's got the wear and tear. If he could stay on the field from the rest of the season like that, that's what we were hoping for, developing him into our future feature. I'd like to see Wright get some more opportunities. I mean, I just hope that Mike doesn't go in the complete opposite direction, Matt, where he goes completely batshit crazy with these gadget plays to get everyone involved, which would be great with Tua as you add these wrinkles in with already what's working. But you're just going to go balls to the walls and go for it and be like, okay, we're going to have 3 running backs. We're going to have 3 tight ends. We're going to be running this guy this way and reverse that way, flea flicker, this annexation of Puerto Rico.
I will say this. I picked up Jonnu Smith this week in my 2 tight end league because he could be a very valuable asset for Skylar Thompson this week. He had 6 for 53 on Thursday night. They started getting him a little bit more involved. I think he could be a very, Seattle's going to be doing everything they can to lock down the big boys. We know that. Buffalo just did it. So that's where guys like Jonnu Smith,
Smythe and Hill can catch the ball.
Achane out of the backfield, man. He was fantastic catching balls. So just your safety nets. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yep.
Absolutely. That's perfect. That's it.
I say if we can run for 150, 160 yards, we got a good chance at winning the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Seattle likes to play that war of attrition. It will be a field goal type game. Either going to be a blowout and we're not going to score anything, or it's going to be like 20-17 again, whether one way or the other. That's the type of game they play always.
The thing you got to worry about up there is the 12th man, man. That crowd noise up in Seattle. It is. I've never been there, but they show the decibels up there, and it can get loud.
Is McDonald their coach? Baltimore's DC?
Mike McDonald, yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. These defensive schemes are going to be absolutely insane. He's literally just going right down to the DC's office saying, like, okay, this guy's deer in the headlights. Throw the house, but settle back and let Tyreek Woolen do his damn thing.
Well, hopefully him and Anthony Weaver worked real well together, so hopefully Anthony Weaver has a little inside track on what his philosophy might be.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like the Barry Team Francis, man. He's like everybody else, man. Oh no, we suck again. What's
Rob
that
Schneider.
meme with the dude from the Water Boy? That's the
Rob Schneider.
Right? Yeah, Schneider, man. The meme, yeah.
We have too much talent, though.
Well, wake her ass up.
But what I want to say is, it's like, I don't know why everybody's worried if we do lose to Seattle, but this is the point of the year where we should win the Titans, we should beat the Patriots, and we should beat the Colts. So maybe we go 3-1, man. Even if we do lose to Seattle, and the worst case scenario, we go 2-2, and that would make us 3-3 going in. Is it 3-3 in the bye week, or is that after the Colts game? Probably, I guess, before the bye week, because we play 6 games, we'd be 3-3, right? And then in the bye week, then we see what happens with the Colts after that, because I don't think they're going to be, that good this year either. So we'll see. See how the next 4 or 5 or 4 games, because Tua's got to sit 4. So the earliest he can come back is the Cardinals game. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
We should be getting a ton of reinforcements back if all these IRs and whatnot. So our favorable part of the schedule, where we all were kind of like licking our chops, saying like, shit, even if we go 75% in this first 8-9 games, we could have a 12-13 win season here. So this was our easy-ish on paper type schedule. So if we get, all of our big guns back, maybe Chubb, OPJ, whoever else is on the IR that we're, Isaiah Wynn, because who the hell knows what's going on with him? We haven't heard anything out of him. Patrick McMorris, too, obviously. If we can get some of these guys back and have everybody for the last 10 games and somewhat stay afloat, shit, I've seen teams get hot later. Week 12, week 13, like the Giants when they went on that magical run to beat the Pats in the Super Bowl. They're like 9-7. I understand the AFC is tough. The AFC is going to be loaded. It's going to take 10, 11 wins to get in. That's why these are key as it possibly can be. We have to be optimistic and hope. We know what needs to be done. We need somebody that has to believe in himself that he can do these things. And that's what it comes down to.
Going back to the water boy, Mama said it best. Football is the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well, don't know won't hurt him. We'll all still be there on Sunday.
What's up,
that's
girls?
right. But look at all the angst and heartache it causes us.
Roy Orbison.
Papa Paul, man, what's up, man?
Not much. What's up with y'all? You see
What's
that?
up, brother?
Same old, man.
You have seen that they released Robbie Chosen, of course.
Oh yeah.
Thank God.
Thank you. Anthony Paella says they have to run the ball. So I agree. We have to run the ball to win that game. We can't just go and just keep tossing.
Is Mostert good to go? We haven't heard on Mostert. I haven't really asked either.
I know. I'm hoping that Malik Washington's a go. I'm hoping Armstead's a go. And we'll see. You know, we still got some people on the PUP other than OBJ. We got another lineman that's in PUP. Is that right, Tom? Oh, we got a lineman sitting there waiting to come
Isaiah
back.
Wynn. Yeah.
Wynn is.
Dude, he's been out
right.
since last year, the Panthers game. That was like the first week of October, week 5.
Wow.
You've had literally a year and 2 games. Like, what is going on? We still don't even know. It's like undisclosed.
Wow.
And then you have a Chan who ran almost as many yards as the Bills' whole running team did.
Right, he showed out.
Wesley says not losing Sunday. Positive vibes, man. We're 5.5-point underdogs, but yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be more. I don't know, man. I'll be excited about getting out of here and going to seeing some tropical. You ain't seen no palm trees in almost 2 years, man. You're ready to go. And not to say that'd be the easier game, but I don't know. It just depends. I mean, because I like that we're playing Seattle because that's a good measuring stick as far as for the next 3 games after that. Because
And don't forget we go fishing.
Oh yeah. But I said it that's our easiest stretch. When you look at the schedule, you're like, man, that's an easy stretch, man. Right after the Seahawks, you got the Titans, the Patriots, the Colts, and then you got the Cardinals. We're supposed to beat those 4 teams, so this will tell us if we even got a shot at doing anything later on in the season. Because those last 5 games are brutal compared to what is going on in the next 4 weeks, except for the Seattle game. That's the toughest game. I don't know. I mean, that's going to be a tough one. But yeah, if we run the ball, I say we can keep it close and do what do what almost the Patriots did last week, which was take it to overtime, and then proceed to lose, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or did they win? They won, right?
No, they lost 2-0. Seattle's 2-0.
Seattle's 2-0. Wow, we're playing 2-0 Seattle team. Wow, and they can throw the ball too because of Geno. So
I just wanted to stop in and say, hey, Pedro, and look forward to seeing you and Tom. In a couple
2 weeks, baby. 2 weeks.
I still have 6 weeks.
Can't wait. Hey, Paul, did you see it? Did you see the light up thingy? Check this out. Look. Wee. Wait, let me show up a little bit closer. That thing. Wow.
Yeah.
Cool? It's bright, ain't it? I was like, wow. Pretty cool.
Bright, very bright.
I'll be taking this to the game and wearing it.
Where did you guys get those, Pedro?
Foku just dropped it. Foku dropped it for $60 on Foku.com and $10 shipping, but sometimes they have like free shipping on orders over 100, so keep your eye out for that, because then I could have just bought one more thing, but I didn't see that special, so I just said all I need is that right now. But that's where I bought my straw, my straw hat, the big straw hat, and I got a good sale on these board shorts, man.
I know. I bought them. I bought them as well after you said it. I went on that night and picked them up.
Yeah, man, they're light as hell, man. My wife's like, you definitely need to wear underwear under those board shorts because you can't wear them without anything underneath. So, but then I bought me, how expensive Dolphins swimsuits are, like men's.
They're disgusting.
Inside liner, they're like $50, $60, right? Yeah. So they were on sale too. They were like on sale for like $20, $30. So like, yep, jumped in, I got me one. I think this is one of the board shorts right here. I got the
same. I got the same 3 pair you got.
There you go. And then oh yeah.
Yeah, I ordered the same after you showed them the one day. I went on that same night and ordered all 3 of them.
There you go. I don't know where the other one's at, but the other one's my favorite one. Maybe it's probably dirty or something, but yeah, that's where to go, man. And when they dropped that, because Tom got himself a big neon sign, and then this is from Christian. Everybody knows that he does the epoxy kind of, cool ones right here too. So yeah, I can't wait, man. So the Seattle game, 5.5-point underdogs. That's a tough one. Everybody go and do your prediction, man. You can win a Finn's prize pack with stickers and keychains and all that other stuff. There's not much other news other than the fact that Tua's got plenty of time to talk to his family. The Seahawks game's a tough one. I just hope we don't get blown out, because then the pressure is going to be on the Dolphins and the coach Mike McDaniels to put on Tyler Huntley if Skyler really shits the bed against the Seahawks. So anybody got your predictions as far as for Sunday's game? Is it a 4:00 game since it's in the
Yeah.
Well, we get the later game.
Yeah,
okay.
We're having the our what is it? 18, 19, 20, I don't know, 5th or 6th annual Mahaffey outdoor watch party where we watch the games outside on the deck. I got a couple TVs set up. We'll cook out, whatnot. We usually do it for the opener, but Jen had to work, so we're saving it for this week. And it'll be a 4:00 game, so it'll be nice. And I say cool. It's still going to be 82 degrees here on Sunday, but by 4:00, it's going to be starting to go down. It should be nice.
So
it was 90 degrees here at 5 p.m.
Everybody's score predicting right now, too, in the chat, boy. I got 21-17. Dolphins are winning. 24-17. I swear, man, these Dolphin diehards, man, they don't go against their Dolphins. Not one person won this week because nobody picked against the Buffalo Bills. And I was sitting there like, does anybody want to go against them just to win this prize pack? But I'd say somebody will sit there and pick Seattle this week, and maybe they'll win because they'll be the only person to go against them. And if the Dolphins do lose, they automatically win. An easy way to win a prize. If you want to go against your team, I don't know who would, but I had do it last year.
Let's assume the Dolphins win. I think it is going to be like maybe a 20-17, something like that. I'll give our team a couple touchdowns and a couple touchdowns, couple field goals. How about that? 20.
Tom, what you got?
Yeah, I was at 21-17, but now I'm thinking about it since I heard someone already say it. Let's do 23-20.
At least we win a close one, huh? What you got? What you got, Poppy? Papa Paul?
I'm gonna do a repeat of last night's game. Say 22-21. Fins win.
Wow, everybody's not picking against their team, man. I love it. Go ahead, go ahead, Johnny.
I'm gonna say 22-20.
22.
Yeah, that's where my head was at too. In that range, I was trying to figure out how to get the points. Knowing them, they'd give up the safety.
No, I'm not thinking safety. I'm thinking one touchdown and 5 field goals.
Notice how the predictions are under 30 points now. Without Tua being in the lineup, they're definitely going to be under 30 points in the 20s of predictions and teens. But that's the way it goes.
What's the under over? If the line's 5.5, what's the under over?
What did I see? 45 and a half?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Trying to remember what I saw earlier.
You got to think that Seattle averages between 20 and 24 a game, and then you got to have Miami at between 17 and 20, something like that.
I saw a stat today where our last 8 losses, the Dolphins defense has given up 32 points per game in our last 8 losses. So let's hope that our defense can show up, and because we're not going to be able to keep up with the Seahawks if they put up 32.
All right, let's have some fun with the Fins trivia, man. I'm ready. This one is pretty cool. Dude, let's keep going. Passing. All right, let's go with this one. Which one of these quarterbacks won more than one game as the Dolphins starting quarterback? Whoa. Is that a trick question? A, Trent Green, B, Cleo Lemon, C, Brock Osweiler, and D, Dante Culpepper.
What was the
Which one of
question?
these quarterbacks won more than one game as the Dolphins starting quarterback? What the heck?
More than one.
I don't know. They all sucked when they played for us.
Which one of these quarterbacks won more than one game as the Dolphins starting quarterback?
I was at Brock Osweiler's probably only one win as a Dolphin starter, so that's probably the only one I remember.
Cleo Lemon won. We all know he won one game, right? It's got to be him, right? Oh, more than one game. My bad. He only won that one that year, so it's not Cleo.
Culpepper had one good
Trent
game.
Green. Trent Green.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, that was my thing in Trent Green.
Number 4 is C. Brock Osweiler.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What the heck? Huh.
On my clean floor.
Well, let's go to the next one. I like this question too. Which of these quarterbacks never threw for 400 yards in a game for Miami? Is it A. Chad Pennington, B. Chad Henne, C. Joey Harrington, or D. Don Strock? Let me ask that question one more time. Which of these quarterbacks never threw for more than 400 yards in a game? Which of these quarterbacks never threw for 400 yards in a game for Miami? My bad. Is it Chad Pennington, A, B, Chad Henne, C, Joey Harrington, or D, Don Strock? We got answers coming up.
Go B.
We got one that's saying Lemon. We got one saying Cleo. Let's see, Strock. I wonder if this is from this Joey Harrington we got on here in a comment. So Anthony is saying D. All right.
I want to say
Which of these
Pennington.
quarterbacks never threw for 400 yards in a game? The
Dumb
answer
suck.
is A. Wait, is that? Yeah. Holy
Chad
moly. Hey, Chad Pennington.
Yeah. Yes.
What? No
He didn't need
way.
to.
I would have
He didn't
never
need
thought
to.
that. Chad Pennington never threw 400 yards in a game for Miami. Wow.
Well, I can't stay, Pedro. I got to head out. I'll
Yes,
talk
sir,
to y'all
man.
later. Peace,
All
love,
right,
and
brother.
pins up,
See ya.
See you
everybody.
tomorrow night, Paul. Peace, love, and fins, love, brother.
Yep.
I'm not far behind you. I'm starving.
That was cool. Poppy come by to say hi. That's nice. Y'all want to keep going with the trivia questions? Because other than the Fins news, we don't know anything yet about, like I said, Armstead's condition. We don't have the pre-game stuff right yet, like the injury report and all that yet. That comes out later on.
Tomorrow.
No.
Tomorrow you'll get it. And there'll be a lot of vet rest probably. But, we have so many injuries at this point. It's all skewed. What's vet rest? What's actually injured?
So hopefully heavy on the tight ends and hopefully heavy on the running backs. But I don't know. I mean, if we do win, that's going to be one heck of an upset, in my opinion, and that gives us a better shot at winning the next 4, or at least going, like I said, at least it's 2-2, right? We got to go 2-2 minimum to be 3-3, and then I'll be okay for the bye week.
We only got 3 games. We only got 3 games. We got to win at least over the next 4. We got to be 2-2, but we're hoping to be at least 2-1 going into that bye.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, going in the bye record would be what?
Because you only got 3 games. There's only 3 more games.
3 because we get a bye week 7, right? Or is it week 6?
No, week 6
right?
is the bye
Week
week.
6,
There's
but
5 games.
that doesn't count towards the 4 games of IRs.
Right.
Tua can't come back in week 7. He has to wait till 8.
Yeah,
Right.
he can't play the Colts game. So
Let's
That
hope we're
means-
3-2. 3-2 going in the bye would be a
Right.
good thing.
Right. Even if you come out 3-3 after that Colts game, you get them back going in with Arizona. Then you get Buffalo again, New England, the Raiders, Green Bay on Thanksgiving, and you go into your hard stretch right there. You get the Jets twice, the Niners, Cleveland.
Yep. Hey, Dave Gunkel says, "What's up, Johnny O?"
What's up, Dave? Good to see you in here, brother.
Mhm. All right, let's do it. Another Finch question, man. Let's see. Man, it's an older question. Boy, I was like, I wasn't even born yet. Who was Miami playing in 1973 when it set the franchise record with 9 sacks in a game? Holy shit, 9 sacks? Wow. All right, multiple choice. Give me a second. Let me X these out. All right, who was Miami playing in 1973 when it set the franchise record with 9 sacks in a game? Is it A, the Kansas City Chiefs, B, the Buffalo Bills, C, the Baltimore Colts, or D, the New England Patriots? Again,
I wanna say it
who was
the Chiefs
Miami
'cause he had
playing
Manny
in
Fernandez going off.
1973? I was born in 75, so shoot, I know I'm guessing. But they had 9 sacks in the game. Holy moly. Wasn't that the year that we lost to like the Dallas Cowboys, or was that the year? No, that was the year we was on in 73.
No, 73 we had
after the
2
undefeated
losses.
year.
15-2. 15-2 in 73.
15-2 in 73. Wow. 9 sacks in a game. Was it versus the Patriots? Was it versus the Colts? Was it versus the Buffalo Bills? Or was it versus the Kansas City Chiefs? We got some answers. We got one saying Colts. We got one saying Patriots. And we got
I'm gonna say Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm going with Chiefs. I know it was Manny Fernandez had like 5, but I cannot think of who it was versus.
All righty. Let's give the answer. All right. Let's see. Who was that we got 9 stacks on the game with? Number 13 is B, the Buffalo Bills. It was B, the Buffalo Bills. Wow.
Well, I'm not surprised. We beat them the entire decade, so.
Right.
Pretty much. So, yeah.
No, it was. We won 20 straight in the 70s. They never beat us.
There wasn't any Bills fans back then, were they?
Yeah, there was. They just all the Buffalo.
The 90s too.
Golly, to see a whole decade of not winning. Isn't that what we just did with Buffalo now? Like, I go a whole decade pretty much of losing to them except for the 2022 win at home.
In 2016, yeah, that's it. Those were the two, basically. In the last recent memory from 2016 till now, we only have two, one in their place and one home.
Well, it ain't, it ain't 10 in a row, but sure is close, or feels like it's close. Yeah, everybody's tired of getting bullied by that game, man. What was it like, man, to be there, John?
What, at the game on Thursday?
Yeah, man. What was that feeling in the stadium like when Tua got hit and the feeling that
I've never looked it up, but how many feelings can a human being have? I had about half of them.
Mm-hmm. Crushed.
Depression, anxiety, hatred, mad, angry, sad, just.
Yeah. Same thing here. I'm sitting there, and you see him stick his head out there and got hit, and you knew immediately with the posturing that it was bad. And I just put my head down on the table because, here we are only in week 2 of the season, and we have all these high expectations, and we've talked about ad nauseum about how this team is designed around the skill set of Tua Tagovailoa. So if he goes down, it alters the whole trajectory of this team. Vegas, I forgot what the Vegas line was before the season, but it's been directly affected just since Thursday. So it's not just us that thinks it's that way. It's everybody. This team just does not have the same trajectory without the starting quarterback. So, we can be optimistic all we want. Let's see how it goes with these backup quarterbacks, and hopefully they can step up. Like some of these other teams. I mean, look, last year Joe Burrow missed a bunch of time, and Jake Browning came in. And preseason, Jake Browning was ranked the 32nd backup quarterback in the league. Whoever did the poll had Jake Browning as the worst backup quarterback in the league. And Jake Browning came in, and they had a winning record. They finished last place, but they had 9-8 records. So it can happen. It can happen. Hopefully we can tread water, and hopefully Tua can come back. And if he can't come back, then, let's see how we do without him.
Right.
You think Dolphins will be happy with 9 wins this season, Tom?
Dolphins wouldn't be happy if we got to the AFC Championship and lost. There's no pleasing them, whether we're 1-15 or 17-5, 17-7 at that point. Like there's no real pleasing. At this point, you're not even really going to get any happiness out of them, even with the success. It'll just be swung back to the sea. Tua sucks. Skyler's the future. He's the best thing since sliced bread. I told you so. Something about that 7th round between 5 picks of the last 2 in the last Mr. Relevant. Oh my God, ad nauseum will be the same exact thing. I just hope he does enough. Just do enough. Don't be something you're not.
So we win a playoff game this season, and it still won't satisfy the Dolphins. I'm just
a portion of them. Right. We have a very bipolar fan base. It's amazing to me how you can sit there and criticize everything your QB1 does and call yourself a fan is beyond me. You listen. I can be critical of the coach, the player at times, but I'm still rooting for him. I want him to do well. I want him to coach well. I want him to play well. If they put on the aqua and orange, I'm rooting for him, goddammit. I don't care what their first name is, what their skin color is, how tall they are, how fat or skinny they are. I don't care. Put the colors on and I'm rooting for you. And I don't know I just don't understand how people fan like that. How do you call that fandom?
It's just weird.
Hey, they just don't know how much fandom we have here on this panel. They don't understand that Johnny flies to every home game, and he don't live in the state of Florida. That's how much of a Dolphin diehard he is right here. Tom, going to what 5 games this year? Tom, you live in New Jersey,
as well.
traveling across the country, and then Matt Finivel, you going to fan club weekend, right?
I'm going fan club weekend, but this guy is the guy that wears a silly costume to the game, so I'm a fan.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, we are fans. Win, lose, draw, it doesn't matter. We're always talking about them. We're always representing. You know, all of us at times can be critical of a player or a play, but we're still fans. When you are constantly grading our QB1 and saying he sucks and the Dolphins made a mistake, how do you even consider yourself a fan? I love going into some of these chats and I see Matt's comments and I go right in and just like them. I was watching Marissa and Jason last week, and guys were getting in there putting in stupid stuff, and I'm going right underneath them and going troll. You know, how do you consider yourself a fan if everything you do is negative?
Like, it doesn't hurt any less for us. Like, obviously, like, you know, we all grieve in our way about it and are all angry in our own thoughts about what's going on. Like, we're not saying that, like, oh, it's okay that we're not doing well. Fuck no, it's not okay. We're pissed.
Right.
But at the end of the day, we're still going to be fans. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's almost the short-sightedness of people to be like, well, and then you're putting 24 years of misery on one team and then 25 years of misery on one team. Like, bro, we haven't beat Buffalo even back before Marino. Like, after Marino, we beat Buffalo sparingly. Like, Fiedler had
even
some success.
with Marino, we didn't beat Buffalo a lot.
Right,
Buffalo kept us out of Super Bowls in some of Marino's years in the early 90s because we didn't have a better team than Buffalo did.
Yeah, we got close. That was one of the first playoff game, but then we get kicked out. We're like Josh Allen is now, you know, where the Buffalo Bills can only win that first playoff game and then they get knocked out in the division or the championship game. Which
we just gotta hope. We just gotta hope that, like, you know, we stay within ourselves. We go even, hopefully. And look at these other teams. Everyone's beating the shit out of each other. You're losing star players across the league from teams that
let it play
cannot
out.
have it. The Rams just fell apart.
Play out.
Think about it. The Rams have nobody. Cup's gone. Puka Nacua is gone. You got injuries with Higgins, and Chase has this issue with the contract. You know what I mean? You never know what's going to happen there. You got Justin Jefferson with the quad. You got Deebo Samuel out. Ricky Pearsall getting shot. Like, you got key positions in different places that people are hurt. Like, you might get lucky and to be able to snide in. Like, you know what I mean? If everyone just beats the shit out of each other.
I mean, after 2 weeks, there's 9 2-0 teams in the entire NFL. Whole bunch of 1-1s, whole bunch of 0-2s. So
your AFC champion is 0-2 right now.
Yeah, and so you got the Baltimore, Baltimore's 0-2, Cincinnati's 0-2. These are all teams that have great quarterbacks that everybody picks them to go far every year. They're 0-2. And then you got Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh just keeps on doing it.
Yeah.
Defense.
They're doing it the way they should, though, right? Like, run the ball, keep games close, and do it.
Right. And that's how we're going to have to start winning games here if we're going to go far.
Yeah, you guys know this guy on YouTube? You guys know this guy? This crazy Dolphin guy?
Yeah. That's Mr. Polk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good
dude. I need to find a way to send him the link because I don't know if he's on Facebook. I think he's only on YouTube. But if he wants to join the show, I'd like to find a way to get him on the show. I think I need to talk to Paul about that. But we'll get you on the show, Crazy Dolphin.
Mr. Polk is awesome. He's I don't know exactly how old he is. I believe he's in his 60s.
Yeah.
So he's seen a lot over the years, and he's been a Dolphins fan, I believe, since their inception. So I won't say established in 66 because if you look at it, that's entirely wrong. They were established in 65. Their first game was in 66, but the team was awarded and established in 65.
65. Wow. So
their inaugural season was 1966.
I think that's when my dad immigrated from Cuba to Miami. Met my parents in high school, but yeah, he got to see the championship in high school. So I was born in 75, so I missed the party. But Crazy Dolphin says he's 59 years old.
All right, 59. I knew he was older than Papa Paul because he says that all the time.
And I do feel bad, like Shane. I do feel bad for the people that live in Bills country, man. I do, bro. This guy lives. Oh my God, you know what it is to. Just it's hard to be a fan because you throw a jersey on and you just get, just raped up there, man. Right now, man.
Yes and no. I mean, I know some guys that live up there. Sean lives up there, and listen, I live in Jets country. I wear my Dolphins colors every day.
Vince Deep, man, lives up there, and they got to live with that too, man. That just like take it off, and burn that
listen to Philly Sports Radio Day. You would have thought the sky was falling. You would think
they
have more problems than we do with what was being said today.
Yeah, I mean, it's if you look at the NFL right now, the AFC, what is it, North? It's totally upside down from what all the talking heads said in the beginning of the year.
Yeah, post that I put
Steelers 2-0.
Right. Nobody, not one talking head. They had Steelers in fourth place.
Y'all see that picture, that little kid pissing on the Anthony Palia's profile pic? I put that profile, or I posted it on mine, and after the game, it went viral. Like on my page, I got hundreds and hundreds of Bills fans coming in there poking fun because that's what they love to do. And except for I got like 2 or 3 close Bills friends that are, they don't give me too much of a hard time. But it's amazing how everybody comes out the woodwork when you win and how everybody hides when you lose. It's just we don't hide though. We're right here all the time. Doesn't matter. We're here all the time.
Yeah.
Every week we're here, no matter what, because in a 17-game season, the first 8 games ain't gonna be like the last 9 games, So it could get flipped, man. It's just like a heck of a storyline, and that's what we're here for, to see if the Dolphins can overcome what has happened to them, which is, having to play behind a quarterback that hasn't thrown many touchdowns, but the Dolphins have to find a way to win, and we do have a run game, by the way, and just got to see more tight end play and a counter in the second half. But I would like Mike McDaniels to lose his play calling, though, especially if this year doesn't work out. I'm not a fan of it. If you guys are a fan of it, I don't know. Y'all can talk about it real quick. But what do you think of Mike's play calling, John? What do you think, man? You think that he should give it up, man, to somebody else, the offensive coordinator? Or you think that he's fine being the way he is?
Oh, listen, number one, he's not giving it up. The Dolphins just signed a new extension, which to him says, hey, you're doing a good job. Keep doing what you're doing. So he's not giving it up. Do I wish he would simplify it so the play can get in quicker? Yes. Too many timeouts, too many delay game penalties, too many times where whether I'm sitting in the stadium or sitting at home watching the game, and I'm like, they don't even have time to go up and look at the defense and audible out of it because it took so long to get the damn play in.
Right. Yeah. He's got his deficiencies, and then sometimes you think you're like, oh, he's got it. He's figured it out. This is what he should be doing. Like, holy hell, finally he's listened to us through the TV. We only had to scream from states away, and then goes right back into his old stupid ways. And it's like, what the fuck? You had 3 good plays. Run with it. Same thing.
What, John, you were in the stadium. What was the feeling on that last series of plays before half where we had all 3 timeouts left and they were playing super conservative, playing for the field goal when we were down 2 scores?
I'm not even sure he was playing for the field goal. I'm screaming at the field, call timeout. I think he wasted like 18 seconds. I'm like, what are you doing? Call the timeout. And it just,
the announcers were saying that they thought that he was playing for the field goal and he wanted to run the clock off to where Buffalo did not get the ball back. And at least we get some points. That's what the commentators were kind of alluding to.
I don't know, but I was screaming, call the timeout, and I'm watching the clock tick, and I'm like, are you kidding me? What are we doing? That
was frustrating because that could have pulled us within a score, knowing that Buffalo gets the ball back in the second half. And I was like, I'm not happy with a field goal here. We have plenty of time. We had the 2-minute warning too, and 3 timeouts. We had plenty of chances to get in the end zone.
Absolutely. I couldn't understand it. I would have to actually sit with Mike and say, what were you thinking? What was the process? Because I don't understand it, and I'm a lifelong football fan.
Joseph May, with his opinion, man, says the season's over with. Miami won't win with Skyler. I'm sorry. Bring in TB12.
For everybody out there that wants Tom Brady or Jimmy Garoppolo, or Miami's already made the decision. They went out and signed a quarterback off a practice squad. They're not chasing anybody. They don't have draft picks they want to give away next year to bring in somebody. They don't have huge capital. If you think Tom Brady's going to come in and play for $5 or $6 million,
did anybody
He's gonna
see how
walk away
much
from
Tom
350.
Brady's contract is? His broadcasting
Yeah.
contract is. He's
Yeah.
not leaving that.
$350 million. He'd be foregoing it
also,
again. They already did a favor
he's-
once. No.
He's about to be approved for a minority owner in the Las Vegas Raiders. So if he were to come back and play, he'd have to halt that process, which has already been in the works for multiple years. So that's not happening either.
oh, speaking
Yeah,
of
yeah,
that, did you guys see Ross is selling 15% of the Dolphins?
Yeah, let's go. Let's all pool our money. Let's do it.
Right?
It's
I
only
got
probably like
$5.
$850 million or something.
Yeah, and all that gets you is on the board. You still can't make major decisions. So,
Right. Like Serena Williams and all them at the time years ago.
yep.
Yeah, I think
Gloria
Gloria Esteban
Estefan.
still has a piece. Yeah, I think she still has a piece. Rick Ross.
Mark Metcalf says Uncle Rico is still available, or he heard Uncle Rico's still available. He can throw
Yeah.
the ball over that
Go
dang
over the
mountain.
mountains.
Over that dang mountain.
Over them dang mountains. Excellent.
If Coach
Can
would
we get
just
Shane
put me in.
Falco? I'll take Shane Falco.
Shane Falco was good. Good left-handed arm.
Mm-hmm. He had heart. Winners want the
I'm
ball.
not taking Paul Crew, though. Paul Crew will throw the
No.
game.
We need a water boy, man. The Finns need that water boy to help us, man, on defense.
That's true.
Y'all know that Sandler is filming Happy Gilmore too, right at this moment, right now. You know that, right? So
Yeah, Travis
it's in
Kelce's
North
in
Jersey.
it, I heard.
it's coming.
Not,
Let's
it's,
take a little
North Jersey.
pause. We caught up. Oh, go ahead, Tom.
No, you're just saying it's in North Jersey. They had like a huge, like 12-hour wait for like to be extras and stuff during filming. Him and his daughter were out taking pictures of sign-up people. They were at the house. Grandma's house is in some place up in North Jersey. It's a blue house. They were doing all the shots today. The sheets all blocked off and whatnot.
I think Adam Sandler has a shot at being a billionaire soon. I think he's already worth over $500 million already. I know that. So he's well on his way, man, with that Netflix deal, man. Let me tell you, they just handing over gobs of money. Finn's trivia question. Y'all ready for another one, guys?
Yeah.
Our show is winding down. We only got 10 more minutes, so we'll do this last Finn's trivia question, and then we'll each have a couple minutes to end the show or say what we got to say to end the show. We appreciate you coming on. We're here every week from 7:30 to 9 o'clock, and let's hope we come next Tuesday a little bit more happier and more peppy. Tough show if we get blown out. Tough show if we get blown out. But I'm still going to be excited because it's my Titans game week. So I'm going to talk about that when I get my little segment. But one more question. Jarvis Landry holds the top 3 spots on Miami's single-season reception list. True or false? Jarvis Landry holds the top 3 spots on Miami's single-season receptions list. Top 3. Why don't you tell me which top 3 spots that is? Oh, top 3 spots on Miami's single-season reception list. Wow. Is that true or
I don't
false?
think so.
I'm going to say false. He might have 2 of them. I don't think he has all 3.
Right? That's
Right,
got to
I
be
think
because
OJ's got it 98. He was a reception leader for the league, so he might be up there with that one.
Right.
And then Jarvis' record was broken by Waddle, so Waddle was definitely one of them. I think Jarvis had 200-yard reception seasons.
Oh, man, look at the comments. They're saying it's true.
Could be.
Look at that. We got true. We got another true. What the heck is going on? We got another true. What the heck? And then we got a not true. Oh, boy, this is going to be a good one. All right.
I'm not going to comment because I just cheated and looked it up, so I won't say anything.
All right, here we go. Jarvis
Trying
Landry
to talk my
holds
way
the
through it
top
over here.
3 spots on my single-season reception list. True or false? That is true. That is true. Wow.
Not anymore.
I was going to say that book was printed before.
This book says 2024 was printed like a month ago.
No. Go ahead, Matt. Read it.
Nah, go ahead.
Well,
I get it.
Tyreek Hill had 119 catches the last 2 seasons, number 1 and 2 on the list.
Right.
Jarvis Landry had the next 2, and even Jalen Waddle's 104 passed Jarvis Landry's 3rd season.
All right.
So at one time, Jarvis Landry, as of 3 years ago, Jarvis Landry did have the top 3.
Oh, we're changing that one. Let's change this answer right here.
That answer is false.
So
that answer is changed to
Jarvis
false,
Landry,
baby.
2017, he had 112. 2015, he had 110. 2016, he had 94. Waddle then passed the 94, and then Tyreek Hill 119 the last 2 seasons.
Look at that. Anthony Paella says, that's what I thought. And look at Crazy Dolphin says, develop plays for the talent that we have at quarterback and not be one-dimensional. Develop your quarterbacks according to their talents. I'm proud to have him as our head coach. Okay. Ooh, Mike McDaniel, shoot, I am too. I'm fine with him. I mean, he just got extended, so I don't like the rotation every 3 years, man. Give this man his full 5 years, or what does he have now? Is it because he had 5 and what do you extend?
He's got till 2028.
Holy moly! That gives him how many years total to?
That would be
to be
7
here.
Total if he makes it the whole way.
Makes it the whole way. And that's what I like. That's what I want. I mean, I don't want a rotating coach that comes in every 3 seasons. So let's start. Yeah, we're at 850. I think we're good, man. As far as
well, if you notice, all the guys that re-signed signed till 2028 because they're all married together. Waddle, Hill, Tua, Ramsey,
and we only got Holland to go and Phillips maybe if he continues to. Because I think in the second half, it'll be where a lot of these players are just going to come out, hopefully, and everything gets rolling real good. But which teams do we do that against? Do we win some tough ones? I mean, this year's going to be tough to even win some games with teams below 500, but we'll find out. This team right now we're playing, they're above 500, right? So we're playing a team above 500 on Sunday. Is that true?
They're 2-0.
They haven't lost.
2-0 versus 1-2. I mean, 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
Matt, look up the Vegas odds now for over/under on wins. I believe the beginning of the season it started at 9.5.
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah, I'll look it up. I was gonna say one thing. I'm not gonna discount any wins because Seattle's 2-0, but they have beat the Broncos and Patriots. So
right,
you know what I mean.
A come from behind victory in a shaky game.
Vegas
Week 1
odds,
was shaky as hell for them.
Look, I never say this on the show, and Crazy Dolphin is just reminding me to say that. And it's not true. I mean, it is true. Everybody that comes in, especially on YouTube, we need to grow the YouTube channel. I get a lot of views on Facebook. It's a lot. It's over 500 to 1,000 views. But on YouTube, we're only getting like maybe 20 to 30 views, and we're building it up. So Crazy Dolphin, he's right. Hit the like button. Hit subscribe to the YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is either Pedro the Fantastic Painter or it's actually under my name, Pedro. It has to be Pedro Fantastic Painter because if not, it's under Pedro Jose Cano, which y'all didn't hear my middle name, right? Good. But Pedro Jose Cano.
What's wrong with your middle name?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm glad it's not my first name. How's that? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Jose, but
It's only bad if you have a twin brother named Jose B.
Well,
so next week we know how to fuck with him, John. Pedro Jose, where you at? Pedro Jose, paging Jose.
I'm going to show my overalls with a piece of tape on the back that says Jose the Painter.
Just don't call me Pablo, okay? Don't call me Pablo. That one is worse, man. I can't do that. I just can't, man. Anyways, man, to close the show, man. I'm gonna start if y'all don't mind. I guess I'll start first, man, because
go ahead, you're good.
All right, I appreciate everybody coming on. This is our 4th episode. The season started off the way it was like a tough game with the Jaguars, but now we got adversity, and the whole way these next 4 games is going to show if we can overcome the adversity, because we're not playing, except for Seattle. I don't know. I don't think the teams above 500, the 4 after. I mean, by the time we get to after the Colts game and Tua comes back, we'll know Tua's decision, and that's the main thing. It's like if Tua says he'll retire, I'm not going to be mad over that at all. I think no Dolphin's going to be mad with Tua's decision if he decides to walk away. Number 1. Number 2, he's got a whole month to decide, so don't rush him. He's got plenty of time with family, his parents, whoever he wants to talk to. He's got plenty of time to go to see any kind of doctor he wants to because he's on RR. It gives him like a total of like 6 weeks since the injury happened, or is it going to be 7? 6 to 7 weeks to heal that brain of his. If he's got another go, but if he does get another concussion, the NFL will and the Dolphins will shut him down the rest of the year, and then we don't know what's going to happen, because when he comes back, everybody's going to be thinking every single play that something bad is going to happen, which didn't happen last year. But that's the way that crazy NFL is. You just never know what can happen. Any play can happen at any time. I never want to see Tua apostatize again in my life. I've never seen that before twice. But many players do get concussed, and the media is just overblowing it, because, like I said, there's boxers and UFC fighters, man, take it all the time, and nobody ever says for them to retire. Just kick his ass. Blah, blah, blah. It's like a hypocrisy in a way, But this is football, man. There's over 150 concussions in the NFL. So
213 last year, wasn't there?
Yeah, a lot. Something crazy, man. 212. Yeah, it was a high number. But a lot of them didn't posturize, true. But with Tua's history, just make the right decision for you, Tua. But in my opinion, I'm going to be like Stephen A. Smith, man, with the Cowboys, man. He said there's no way Tua walks away from $120 million. Ain't no way. He's got to be medically told that he cannot play any longer. And then they have to sign. All these doctors got to sign off saying that he cannot play. He's too concussion prone, or his brain is injured like that bad. But concussions do heal. And like I said, when Tom said that he can go 20 games, or he went all of last year and all that, so now it happened again. But I don't know. It's just it's up to Tua, and it's not up to me. I'm just gonna go with the flow. What happens, and this is gonna be an interesting year as far as what happens with Tua's career and his life. So I'm gonna let somebody else go. But the main thing is, like, Tua, make the right decision for you and your family alone, not for what everybody else wants you to do at all. Period. You want to go next, man?
Yeah. So I looked it up. Preseason win Vegas was 9.5. It's currently sitting at 8.5. So they only knocked them a game so far. So no, as far as this week's game go, I guess my closing statements will be that I hope this time next week we're coming on here and we're breaking down a Dolphins win, and we're breaking it down in a way that maybe we haven't broke down before, and that's how Mike McDaniel altered his playbook quite a bit to get the most out of the skill set of Skylar Thompson, rather than Skylar coming in and trying to run the offense that was tailor-made for Tua, because they have a game plan, and Tua goes out mid-game or third quarter, they're going to stick to that game plan and try to run it with Skylar. Well, now Skylar's going to have an entire week of running with the ones to get ready, and Mike will be able to tailor-made a game plan around his skill set. And hopefully we're coming back here next week to talk about how we beat Seattle. And we're 2-1 going into our Monday night game against the Tennessee Titans.
Boy, oh boy, Tom. Let's go, Tom.
There's not much more to say that we already said. I agree. I hope that we're dissecting the maestro of Mike McDaniel, composing like Mozart, and guys moving in perfect motion out there. It'd be great. I'm going to try to be optimistic. I'm usually the Debbie Downer realist, this fucking team again and again, but I'll be here no matter what. But if we balance the game out, we run the ball, we don't turn the ball over. We need to turn them over. We need to create pressure. You know what I mean? We'll see. It is what it is. Appreciate everybody coming out, listening to us ramble and go at it. This team that drives us up a fucking wall and then some.
It was a manic Monday yesterday, man. You want to talk about manic Monday?
Oh, man, I can't wait to go, man.
People tiptoe around me on Mondays at work. They tiptoe around me when I come in from a loss.
I'm saying this jokingly, but I want to say it just so other knuckleheads out there on the internet. Let's tank for Cam.
He's not even going to come out this year.
I want to tank for Nico.
But you know how many of these knuckleheads are already saying that? Oh, he won't have to move far, and he's right there. And oh my God, come on.
Yeah,
let's say in this season, let's not worry about who's coming out of college. We'll see at the end of the year what the record is and where we're drafting, and then we'll go from there. Let's see what.
Let's trade for Bryce Young.
Yeah.
That's what happened all day too.
Oh my God.
Bust, right? That's another top 10 bust, right?
It's like watching a comedy show getting on Facebook or any social media. It really is. It's
horrible. I don't think he's getting too fair of a shake either, though. You got to think Bryce Young hasn't had the same coach or coordinator or players in 2 years in the worst team ever. I mean, he's not playing well, but to pull him now, I think is an absolute mistake.
They gave the right guard $20 million a year.
Here's the biggest problem with but the problem with these franchises is they keep drafting these young kids and throwing them right in there. Give them time. Give them the first full year. I mean, I say it all the time. Look at what Green Bay has done in the last 30 years.
Right.
You had Favre. They drafted Rodgers and put him behind him, and he sat there for 5 years. They drafted Love. He sat there for 4 or 5 years. And yet they're one of the winningest franchises over the last 30 years. Maybe not Super Bowl wise, just regular season, getting into playoffs. Their franchise base can at least say, hey, we're in the playoffs most years.
Consistent, right?
Yeah, and they get a kid, they let him learn. They say, all right, you're now 24, 25 years old. You're going to be our starter for the next 10, 12 years. And 5 years before we figure you're done, we're going to draft the next one.
And they also got these guys at 10 and 24. Like, they're not having to get the number ones. Like, that means they're not like a 2 and 14 team like the Panthers. These teams are,
Yeah, but why is there so much pressure to just because they're the first, second, third, fourth round, first pick? Why is there all this pressure to start them? Let them learn the game. Then you can see what they can actually do. College ball and pro ball is way different.
Sometimes you don't. Right. The speed, the timing, everything is just everyone. They're not the best athlete on the field anymore.
Right. Mahomes didn't start his rookie year.
Right. Alex Smith taught him what he could.
Right. And he absorbed and he learned. And
most importantly,
Tom Brady didn't start his rookie year.
Yeah, Bledsoe taught him to be a pro. That's so important to have someone like that. Just to look, this is the rhythm. This is what we got to do every day. This is what you got to do for this. What you got to do for that. You got to learn from media. You got to know what to say. Yeah, there's so much more into it now too, and especially getting more and more like Jordan Mason putting his foot in his own mouth and Kyle Shanahan trying to cover it up. Like, oh, they told me Friday, dude. I'm just excited to actually be playing. Shit.
Yeah, it's Marino didn't start his rookie year, not the first few games anyway. I mean, it's Jim Kelly didn't start in the NFL right away. He went to the Canadian Football League and then came down. Favre didn't start right away. He got traded from Atlanta to Green Bay. I mean, you can keep going on and on with some of these guys that, and they turned out to be great quarterbacks. And it seems like these kids, they're rushing, and then you instantly want to call them a bust. Well, you rushed them into it. You gave them no time. And some of them, who was the one, the Raiders? He did it to himself. He wouldn't watch film. Jamarcus Russell. Yeah. He refused to watch film.
Yeah. That's great with the $100 bill in the playbook, and he was like, "Yeah, I got it." And never took the money out. He didn't even know it was there.
And the blank video they sent him home with over the weekend, and he came back and said he watched it, and there literally was nothing on the VCR on the VHS. It was just blank. And he's like, "Yeah, I watched the whole thing, and it was blank."
Idiot.
So
2 more weeks, man. 2 more weeks. We got Seattle, and then me and Tom we're gonna go fly to Fort Lauderdale and meet up with John, meet up with a lot of other crazy Dolphin fans like us, and you're gonna follow me, of course, and everybody's gonna have a great time. There's gonna be fishing. There's gonna be rooftop views galore, and I can't wait.
There's a lot of street marina. There's a lot of street festivals. Well. There's a lot of street festivals and restaurant weeks that week I saw.
Yeah.
Like the Spice of Miami or something it's called.
We got a boardwalk. We're 3 blocks from Margaritaville. Fort Lauderdale is the place to be, man. I love the inlet. There's public piers too that you can fish from the inlet. We're going to a fishing pier that's only 8 minutes away from our hotel. Right there in Fort Lauderdale, and we're going to try our hand on some pier fishing again. And I've caught many a fish on a pier, a lot of sharks, snapper, all kinds of things. So I'm excited about our vacation because the Dolphins, when you go see them in Miami, it comes with a lot more than just the game. It comes with beach, and it comes with palm trees, and it comes with just a smile on my face the whole weekend, man, just spending it with all my friends, and I can't wait to see everybody, So I appreciate everybody joining the show. I'm still always excited about every single week. We could lose the next 4 games, and I'd still be a Dolphin fan watching the games all the way through the 17 regular season games. We can go 1-7 or 1-16, and it is what it is. I mean, I don't want to lose every game, but I know that this team is good enough to win even without Tua for the meantime. But yeah, let's give our support to Skyler, and let's get behind Skyler, because a lot of fans are on my thing thinking that I'm just such a souvenir, like I can't cheer for any other quarterback if they wind up being the starter. It don't matter who it is. We cheer for Cleo Lemon, for Christ's sakes. We cheer for Dante Culpepper. We cheer for Trent Green. We cheer for all these 30-something quarterbacks since Marino. So,
Indeed.
Hey, just to let you guys know, I don't know what day you guys are flying in down there, but on the 28th, Frank Gore is going to be signing in Deerfield Beach. Mark Duper signing on that Sunday.
Yeah, we'll be there that
Deerfield
Saturday.
Beach,
We're flying in.
north.
The 28th of Saturday, we'll be flying in.
Well, you guys follow me. You guys are on my Facebook page, so follow me. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe on YouTube. And I appreciate the show, man. There ain't nothing else for me to say, man. I'm good, man. You guys good?
I'm good.
Good, man.
Good.
See you next
Always
week.
good hanging out with you guys.
There ain't nothing else to say other than fins up, man. That's it.
Hands up.
Thumbs up, Jen.
Say the prayer. Deuce.
Woo! Let's go.